So this is a very special 1958 MGA, one of those cars that just doesn't come along often, if ever. I mean, it just was so meticulously put together by a builder out in Utah, and he drove it to a number of national MGA meets, so he made it highway ready. I know he drove at least 2,000 miles to one event, and just a very hardcore, passionate British car collector who was very skilled and very dedicated to this particular car. And I was really lucky to buy it. So it's a special car indeed, and not something that you can find. I just really can't imagine you'd find another that had this kind of care that went into it. He pretty much took apart everything, put it all back together with the finest that he could find, and then customized a bunch of things. That wind blocking headrest on the back is just such a nice piece, and I thought when I saw pictures, well, let's see how he actually implemented that. It looks great in the photos, but it turns out there's nothing that is problematic about that. Every aspect of it is well executed, and that's what makes it so special. He wasn't just a guy with a good idea. He had a good idea and he knew how to implement it. So you end up with custom leather interior, and there are just the panels in the doors are steel where they would have otherwise been more prone to warpage and masonite, and there's an MGA emblem on the door pockets that's custom. Lots and lots of nice details. It just is a very special car, and of course the engine is an MGB engine, so you get an 1800 engine. It's a 5 main bearing engine, so it's a little bit later, but it's a 67 engine, which is, again, the best time for those MGB blocks, in my humble opinion, was in the late 60s. And then it has this supercharger, so you have a lot more power than what you're normally going to find in a 58 MGA. And then you add to that a 5-speed gearbox, so you end up with full synchronized gears and a 5th-speed, an overdrive 5th gear, and there's that cool boost gauge, so on and on. And then there's the color. I mean, the color is fantastic. It really suits the car beautifully. And on top of that, one of the things that just blew me away, he took leather and made his own piping for the fender to body union. And normally you get a roll of this gray welting that's kind of rubberized plastic. And sometimes that welting is imperfect or faceted or doesn't quite unfurl properly, and you end up with a less than perfect joint. So he went one step further and went with a leather union, which is unconventional but absolutely stunning. It matches the car better, and it's of the caliber of this whole build. You then add radial white wall tires, not bias plies, so you get a great ride, and new chrome rims and new chrome spinners and sun visors and wind wings. There really isn't anything that was untouched by this guy. I mean, just to upgrade the batteries to two 12-volt batteries, nobody does that. You usually would just get one 12-volt. So all in all, just a very special MGA for somebody looking for the ultimate car. You don't have to do any of the work. He's done it all for you, and that's what makes this car so spectacular. And that's what we have this week from Bug Eye Guy.